rather than the effort to avoid or evade it. All avoidance and evasion is contrary to the natural law. So natural law stands there, and those who have worked with it, those who have really gotten together and made a real good job of it, have found that nature is with them. They will find, and always have found, that the only way to be happy is to keep the rules. And the rules were not made by men, and most man-made rules are not very good. So we go on then and we say, religion is the problem of living every day as we should. Now, no one is going to be perfect. It is not expected. But it is expected that every individual will make a good try. And by making a better effort, will become more capable of understanding what religion really is. The person who has no interest in living it cannot possibly understand the meaning of religion or its importance in daily conduct. Therefore, we try in every way that we can to make worship manifested in works, and that everything we do well glorifies that power that does all things well. And when we keep the rules of the universe keeps us. Now, another angle of the problem comes into, we'll say, education. Now, here we have the mind at work. Now, most people are ruined, more or less, mentally, by the attitudes of their parents and ancestors. The family mistakes are carefully passed along for fear that somebody might outgrow them. It is necessary to keep the feuds alive. And you know that as that goes on, more and more people are more and more unhappy. What is the purpose of education? Well, it's very obvious. If you take the right course in the right school, you can probably become a millionaire in the course of time. You will also be dead in the course of time. And the millions that you have will go back to the government. And the only one that really aids or gets anything out of all of this struggle is the tax that you pay the government. But actually, the problem is education should and must sometime recognize that it is related to the individual learning to live constructively. A person who has a good education has found an outlet for some ideal, dream, hope, or aspiration within himself. He is coming to learn the tools of his craft or trade. He is a builder, but he has to learn architecture. He is a mathematician, but he has to start with the multiplication table. He wants to make great pictures or write great music, but he must start and learn the skills to do it. And when he has those skills, he must use them according to natural law. He must not profane or corrupt anything of beauty. If he does, he damages himself. He must never sacrifice quality for profit, or he will destroy his own ethics. And when he destroys enough of these ethics, he does not know what to do next, so he goes to narcotics or alcohol. Actually, each person who learns a profession or a trade or a business career is earning a way to use his religion, to use the divine overtones within his own nature. Education must include all of the basic elements of religion. It must include the golden rule. And no individual who does not learn to forgive his enemies can ever consider himself to be truly educated. He is learned and schooled, and he is going to be in the same trouble that the learned and the schooled have been for ages. It was a good educational system, but it didn't prevent the Inquisition. It did not prevent over 800 wars in the last 2,000 years.